have a pretty pleasant December day in the Volunteer State. The chilly rain from last night has moved on. The temps have bumped up a bit here at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. Today, it's a good matchup in the AFC South between the Houston Texans and the Tennessee Titans. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. From his end zone, here's Tremon Smith. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. And some room to roam now. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the first play of the game. Give him 69 yards on the ground. They had trouble stopping the run last week in a loss, and here it rears its ugly head early.
You're supposed to try and get your confidence going after a loss like that where you gave up big yards running the football. This is not the way to go about it. It looks exactly as it did just a week ago.
They'll run here with Pierce. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Here's Pierce. He is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They go play action. Mills. And this is going to be intercepted. Put up by Kevin Farley. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Check that.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They'll run the option left. Gets it up around the 22 and no further. Some power on the run, but not a whole lot of room. And looking at Houston defensively, they've got a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd. Here's Tannehill. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Derek Rivers able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. Here's Smith to return it. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And the Texans will take over. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Give left side for Pierce. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's insane.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Mills to the sideline, and out now is Kaimi Fairbairn for the Houston field goal try. This will be, 38 yards out. Fairbairn able to put this one through. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And the offense is going to get the ball back. After all that, heck, it'll be a first down. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game is salted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back, drives down, kicks the game-winning field goal.
How about that? And a crazy situation we just saw there. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And the defense, they'll spread the field, a dime package here on 3rd and 12. Tannehill now to throw. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
These two teams, they met in Houston earlier in the season with the Texans coming out on top. So a win here in Nashville would give them the season series.
On second down, here's Pierce. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Christmas Eve here in 2022. A big slate today of Saturday games. But we will have, ready for this, a triple header of action on Christmas Day tomorrow. I think it's pretty safe to say we won't have a white Christmas in any of these places, however. We start with the Packers and Dolphins in Miami at 1 Eastern. Then you got the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles. And then finally, the Bucs and Cardinals at 8:20 Eastern in the desert. Plus one more for good measure on Monday. Once the family's all gone back home and Grandma's puttered out of the house, grab the leftovers and sit back and watch the Chargers and the Colts from Indianapolis.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there out of the running game. And even 40 yards. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. First down, they go right back to Pierce. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They go again with Pierce. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Off the play fake, Mills. Toward the pylon, caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Trying to get in, and he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. They tried to let the fullback pound it in between the tackles, but he stopped up short, and the Titans defense will celebrate the goal line stand. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive.
And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21.
74 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Quick. Tight right.
Now Tannehill. And right side, Henry's got it. And it's a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry with his 16th touchdown of the year.
And the Titans have taken the lead.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Here we go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts. Well, their first 2 drives only yielded 3 points. They might be thinking it's time to make something happen. Push the ball downfield and try and gain some points that way. Unfortunately, incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
On play action, Mills.
He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
This offense so far on 3rd down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Mills now.
And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And it'll be Titan football. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
But looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
That's returnable now for Smith.
It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away.
And this is going to be intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Charles, he was looking for just a short throw, kept it in range for the rare linebacker pick 6.
And give him full credit for his focus. He just kept the quarterback in his sights, and where he was looking to throw, he positioned himself perfectly to be there for the interception. He made the play of the game for his defense right there.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Out of the end zone comes Smith.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
After the pick 6 a moment ago, here's Mills again. He'll let one go deep for Howard.
And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Play fake, Mills.
He'll dump this down to Matt Breida. Finding room at midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
On 1st and 10, Mills.
And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Pierce gets this one running right.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
That's underneath to Pierce.
And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Mills to throw it.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a 1st down himself.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. To throw again on 2nd down.
Mills.
All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. Now the Texans will burn the 1st of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the 1st half. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down.
Here's Mills. He gets this one to Mechie. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3.
They'll try and run for it. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the 1st. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. 14 seconds, all that's left of this 1st half as they come up on 1st down. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And an anxious moment or 2 there, but they do get him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for 1 more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this 1st half. So we've reached halftime here in Nashville, the Music City, with the Titans out in front. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 109 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Steps away to his left. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 32-yard line. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Now it's Tannehill off the bootleg, rolling to his right. And that is incomplete.
Martin, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays, because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
On second down, here's Henry. Solid stiff arm. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal. Back to throw, Tannehill. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground. Throwing on 2nd and long. Tannehill into a double team, and it's intercepted. Isaac Yiadom in there to pick it. And the Texans force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
On second down, a run with Breida, and he stopped immediately there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Mills. And Mills is intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Titans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead is up to 18 now. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So now after the sack, Mills and the Texans needing to navigate a 3rd and long.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
First and 10, it's Pierce. Nice tackle, nice play by Kevin Byard.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
Play action now. Mills
sliding out of the pocket.
He'll get that one complete to Connor. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Man coverage on the left side, so I really like the design of this play because they opened up the field and brought their tight end the other way on a crossing route. That's a lot of ground to cover if you're a defender. I've been there before, unable to stay with his man there.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Running out of the gun here, Breida. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at him.
He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Here we go on 4th down. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They begin with Henry. And some room to work. Derrick Henry all alone. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry with his 3rd touchdown and 18th on the year.
And the Titans will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Point after by Lambo, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
Out of the end zone comes Smith.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
First and 10 now for Mills and the Texans.
At their own 26.
A 1st down throw for Mills. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. That's 2nd down.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. One quarter remains here in Week 16.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
The Texans on 3rd down. An almost unimaginable 0 for 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Throwing, Mills. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
First down, Mills.
Check down to Breida.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. They go play action. Mills.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
On third down, here's Pierce.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
Mills, 4th down, gotta have it.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And it'll be a turnover on downs. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. And this one's incomplete.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
You can see and feel the disappointment on that one because you saw some guys on the sidelines jumping up going, oh, no. Looked like they had that one set up well on 3rd down.
Tannehill intercepted again. Derek Stingley picks it.
And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Off the play fake, Mills.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On 2nd and 10, Mills throwing the out route and complete. That's Connor.
And he'll be marked out at about the 26-yard line. Going for it with Pierce.
And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
Mills to throw for it on 4th.
And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Amani Hooker. And the Titans are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
He's going to keep this again.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. Here's Tannehill. Throw left side complete. That's Woods.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the fourth.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 15-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll give him a fresh set of downs. From the red zone now, Tannehill. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Lambeau to add on the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
On play action, Mills.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Boy, 175 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Now Mills.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hand off left side, Pierce.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Play fake, Mills.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Give left side for Pierce.
Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35. Only 3 yards on the pickup. They'll be left staring at a 3rd and 14.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
He'll dump this down to Matt Breida.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mills. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, here's Mills. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that will cut this lead down to 25. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. Pettis now from his end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And I think he was able to get back on it. He was. So they will get the ball after all, but that could have been a disaster.
I didn't do this in college, but I did it in high school. When you return kicks and you lose it yourself, the panic that goes through you and the determination to get the ball back, I don't even know how to describe it. And I think we just saw an example there.
Yeah, and the relief when you get it back like he did.
Yeah, you go to the sidelines, you know you're going to get yelled at, but you can handle it because you got the ball back.
And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little game. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop him with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. 2nd down, they go again with Henry. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Throwing now, Tannehill. Running the slant, that's Robert Woods. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Throwing again on 2nd down. Tannehill. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. This was a really nice display, Charles, of complimentary football, especially how much they were humming in the second half to pull away and get the victory. Really a complete performance.
And so much fun when you're able to have everyone contribute both sides of the ball. You go back in the locker room and you just savor it, right? Because that's what football's all about. A true team game, and they got it done in this one.
So for Tennessee, many wondered if a second win would come, but here it is as they climb to 2-13 now. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Dallas Cowboys next week. Meanwhile, for the Texans, it's a tough blow to their playoff aspirations as they drop to 9-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville.